Hi, I'm Zach. About a week ago, somebody commented on one of my videos saying that I should make a beginner how to play guitar video. And I must say, I never wanted to do lessons or tutorial videos, but I thought about it and it makes sense to make a video explaining how I first learned how to play guitar, and then I can share it with you and show you some tips. So I'm gonna jump right into it. My dad was the first person to teach me guitar, and he told me some tips whenever I first started. Also, I learned a lot from YouTube, but let's jump right into what my dad taught me. So years ago, the first thing that I'll recommend is building finger strength. And years ago, my dad told me a technique, or he showed me an exercise, which is very simple. So you start out with a guitar, one of these things, and the very top string, the lowest one, the thickest one, just hit that once open. And open means not having any fingers down on these fret boards. So as you see, there's spaces in between these lines. The first space is the first fret, then there's the second fret, then the third fret, then the fourth fret. And so this exercise involves you just hitting the first string and then putting your index finger on the first fret of this E string. So the first two notes should sound like, and then you put your middle finger on the second fret, and then your ring finger on the third fret, and then your pinky finger on the fourth fret. So this exercise is very important in building finger strength, and finger strength is very important for learning guitar. And your fingers are going to hurt. That is normal. It's normal to build calluses at the tips of your fingers, and at first it might be a sharp pain, and it's gonna hurt. And what you're doing, just do that over and over again, and make sure you use all four fingers. And the sooner you build the pinky strength, the better. Well, not necessarily, but what I'm saying is, I've played guitar for years, and for many of those years, and even though I was taught this exercise, I didn't do it a whole bunch and realize how important it is to have the pinky strength. It can help you grow in guitar much faster, because you can do a lot more things and hold chords easier and hit other notes with the pinky while you're holding the chords. So just know it's important to grow the finger strength, and it's important to even grow the finger strength in your pinky. Although it's not necessarily completely important. I mean, you can do a lot of things with three fingers, but if you want to grow fast, just do all the fingers. So just do that over and over and over again. I'd say for like 5-10 minutes a day, and you can do it on any point of the fretboard, especially as you get better and better at guitar, and if you have the discipline and attention and focus to just sit down and just go all the way up the fretboard on every single string. And then, like, as you play throughout the years, you can even try to get better at speed and so on. And then switch it up to like diagonal and stuff. But this is beginners. And I don't really plan on doing like intermediate, because not a lesson person. So we're just gonna stick with beginner stuff. So do it with me real fast. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna hit the open E, then the first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, and then again, open E, first fret, second fret, third fret, and fourth fret. Okay. Now that's the first thing to learning guitar, or the first thing I would teach people is finger strength, and the first thing that was taught to me. The second thing is chords, and I'm just going to teach you two two basic chords inside this video. That is the E chord and the G chord. So the E chord, first, you're going to need these two fingers pressed down on the A string and the D string. So the A string is the second string from the top, and your first finger, index finger, is going to be on the second fret. So remember, the frets are these spaces in between these lines. So the first fret is here, second fret is here. So your index finger is going to be in the second fret, and your middle finger is going to be pointing at the people who told you that you could not learn how to play guitar. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. Do something better with it, like play guitar. And put it on the second fret of the G string. So the second fret of the second string from the top, which is the A string, and then the second fret of the third string from the top, which is the D string. So, trying to think of the best angle for you to see this, but first one is right here on this string, second string from the top, and second one with your middle finger. So first one was index, the middle finger is on the second fret, third string, right underneath that other finger. And so you're just going to hit every single string and hold those two down on those frets. And at first, your finger might hit the other strings and it might sound like it might sound like it's being muted or like it's buzzing. But as you practice, you'll be able to hit every single string and hear it clearly. And one thing you can do to practice these chords rather than just hitting in like strum patterns is like just picking each individual string over and over again until you can hear that chord completely clearly. Because at first it's probably gonna sound something like that, where you're not hearing every single string clearly. So one way to practice is just hold that chord and just go up and down every single string. And so I showed you the E chord. It's the second fret on the A and the second fret on the D, which are the second string from the top and the third string from the top. And then there's a G chord, which your index finger is going to be in the same place. So second fret on the A string. Your middle finger is actually going to be on the third fret of the E string, so the very top lowest string. And then I would say pinky finger, but you can also do your ring finger if it's easier, but I would highly recommend start learning with your pinky because it'll be easier the sooner you start. So your pinky finger on the very bottom string, the bottom E, this is the high E, right here, the third fret, just like the low string is on the low E. So, see, it's on the third fret, your pinky or ring finger if it's easier, but I recommend the pinky. So, once again, index finger, second fret on the second string from the top, which is the A string. Middle finger, third fret on the first string on the very top, which is the E string, the lowest string. And then your pinky finger on the high E, which is the very bottom string, and on the third fret. And hit every single string. It should sound like... So I showed you a finger picking just exercise to hit until it sounds clearly. Here's a strumming exercise, which, I mean, I'll just show you a simple strumming pattern, which is just... So that's down, up, down, up, down, up, wait. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So very slowly it's down, down, up, down, up. So whenever I say down, that means you're strumming down. The pick is going down. So down, down, wait, down, down, up, down, 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 up. So you can play around and make up your own chord progression, something that comes naturally to you. There might be something that you find on your own. I just showed you the first thing that came to my mind, honestly, and I was never really shown any specific chord progressions. I just messed with the chords until something came naturally to me. I would play along with other people. I learned some cover songs and would try to play along to the cover songs for a second as I learned the chords to make it sound like the song. These are all things you can do to get better chord progression that I've done. I'm not too aware of many exercises, and there's other people I'm sure you could learn from, but that was a simple one that I showed you, and that's pretty much the first things that I learned whenever I first started playing guitar, was getting finger strength, and then basic chords, and then just playing and playing and playing. And yeah, well, one of my most favorite things about guitar, and I mean, I would recommend learning and like learning music theory and things, but I've not learned a lot of those things, and I've learned a lot by ear, and I'm content with that. I love exploring music. A part of me really loves, rather than like knowing intellectually what is going to sound good or about music, I've always loved the experience of sitting down with the guitar and just like knowing some basics, but then trying to explore a bit, like having a G chord, and then I'm like, okay, what note can I add extra to this chord, and then add on to that, and just like explore the sound and just see like which direction, what patterns I can create. Because all of these chords and scales, I didn't show any scales in this video, but scales and chords, and it's all patterns, and it was always fun. A lot of the guitar experience for me is just like diving into those unknown patterns and just finding something, like finding a melody or a pattern on my own. It's an amazing feeling. It's like jumping into the unknown and exploring a whole other world, and then finding something, and then it's like, yeah, there's something to that. It's amazing. So once you do have a foundation to work on, once you have the finger strength, and once you learn those chords, for me, that was exhilarating and like spiritual, and I don't know, amazing, fulfilling. It's mystical. It's amazing. It's awesome to be able to sit down and like be in my own space and just like kind of go into a world and find things that sound good. Like once I first started finding like making up chord progressions and making up like songs, like melodies and things, and putting it all together, it's such an amazing feeling to be able to just express and create and search the soundscape of music. And yeah, so leave a comment down below. What's it like learning guitar for you? Have you learned guitar? Do you want to learn guitar? Do you know the amazing feeling I'm talking about, or experience of like searching the music, and like whenever you're just looking, or maybe you're not even looking, you're just messing around, and then you find something, and it's like, it's such an amazing feeling. Leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. For the animals, woo!